such time.
This summit is not merely ceremonial, it is strategic.
Let this summit signal a new phase, one defined by coordination, competitiveness, and long-term commitment.
Ghana, Mayabane cashew, mango, coconut, rubber, oil palm, and shea, Yedumuntintimai.
The question, therefore, that we have here today is not whether demand exists. It does. The question is, how do we build competitiveness in a way that is sustainable, inclusive, and nationally empowering?
Today, Ghana is deliberately returning to an enduring truth that our land, when nurtured with wisdom, discipline, and patience, remains our greatest and most sustainable source of wealth.
These days together, they underscore a shared belief that Ghana's crop sector, especially shea, can move decisively from resource-based to value-driven, from informal to industrial, and from locally important to globally significant.
To our international investors and partners who have traveled from across Africa, Asia, and Middle East and beyond, Ghana welcomes you.
The future of Ghana's free crop sector is promising. With strong governance, clear policies, and committed partners, Ghana can build a green economy that benefits farmers, businesses, and communities alike.
Let the Ghana Tree Crops Investment Summit 2026 mark the turning point at which Ghana decisively shifts from raw exports to industrial processing, from vulnerability to resilience, and from promise to performance.
I have few reflections on the summit. We have examined policy and regulatory frameworks that will strengthen investor confidence, explored innovative financing models to unlock capital across the value chains. Number 3, highlighted the critical role of research, processing, and market access.
We are looking at creating an additional economic pillar. And all the technical sessions and discussions that we've had, I noticed that oil palm stands out as one of the potentials that we have to harness at all costs.
An opportunity for honest, forward-looking dialogue. I propose that stakeholders engage deeply on the following critical issues. 1, transitioning from raw exports to processing-led growth without disadvantaging farmers. This includes examining the introduction of a modest export levy, 5 to 10% on raw cashew nuts in the context of the current zero-rated tax regime for agricultural commodities.
Gentlemen and members of the media, I am honored to be part of today's program. In a nation blessed with fertile lands, ideal climates, and resilient people, here as custodians of a sector that holds within it the promise of export expansion, rural transformation, and environmental stewardship. This summit represents a deliberate national effort to reposition tree crops as strategic instruments of economic recovery and long-term resilience.
Rubber plantations act as carbon sinks. They protect soils, regulate microclimates, and reduce erosion. They are suitable for degraded lands and compatible with intercropping in their early years.
Wow, the fact that they found time to put this together for this summit. I know it's time consuming. It involves a lot of money to put this together, but I think that we need to support them to make this an annual event, not just a one-off. And I was telling him that the impact may be slow in coming, but I believe this is the right way to go. Bringing us together to explore ways of supporting the crop sector is the best thing to do.
This is the first time we've had a summit for tree crops other than cocoa. It is very important because ever since TCDA came into being just about 5 years ago, TCDA is unknown. And for our visibility mandate, this is why we held this conference.
There's been a lot of forums, there's been a lot of cohorts that have actually made policy directions as to how this tree sector policy should go. And the speakers were able to unveil the prospects in this industry.
The maiden edition of the Ghana Tree Crop Summit, organized by the Tree Crop Development Authority, that is TCDA, actually gave a lot of visibility to rubber. A lot of people who came to our booth actually expressed interest in rubber. They didn't know that there was something like rubber. All they know was maybe it was from the synthetic parts. But then, from here, we taught them about the nursery, the seedlings, and the rubber trees. And we even explained things like tapping in, the general value chain. So you can see some of these things here. And we explained to them the regions where rubber actually works.
Mango is one of the crops that is eaten, it's a perishable, and it can be eaten raw, or it can be eaten when it's ripe. You can also get a lot of derivatives from the mango. So you could see here we have mango lollipops, we have mango cream, we have mango jam, the real mango, and the rest. A lot of things that come out of mango.
When you look at the shea village, we came here to demonstrate those who doesn't know how shea has been produced. So we have the beginning of the shea trees. You see the pot. Before you process your shea, you need to fetch water into the pot. And the trees too also need water. From there, it makes fruit and fall. You see the first calabash, there is a shea fruit in it. Second one is the kernel. So from the kernel, they parboil the kernel and crack it and get the shea kernel itself. So after that, they have to crush it. After crushing, they dry. From drying, they roast. The roasting, they mill it into the paste. From the paste, they make it into the foam. And from the foam, they boil it to get shea butter. And we use it to do shea products here. So we are very grateful because we have made a lot of sales. And the events look very nice and very well organized. So we are very grateful to Ghana Tree Crop Development Authority. We are very grateful for what they did.
Dr. Andy Okran has actually won my admiration. In fact, I happen to be a board member of the TCDA. And we all thought it was just talks. Perhaps it's not going to be only once in a year. It can even be done twice. Because I can see people actually welcome it. The security services, the general populace, the industry players, all of them were here.
So, by an Act of Parliament, Act 1010, 2019 and LI 2471, mandated Tree Crop Development Authority to, one, regulate, and not only regulate, and develop this sector. So when President Mahama came and realized that this is the mandate given to the authority, then quickly we have to find a means of letting Ghanaians know, investors both local and international, to know about this. And the easiest way we thought that we can come out is by all the things that we have done to crown it with a summit. Investment, not in this summit. We have to put together the investment summit where we open it up. And again, we are looking at the local level. We don't need much. All that we need to increase production of these crops. And these crops are cashew, coconut, oil palm, rubber, mango, and shea. And now, to make it simple, it's called C-Coms. That's the first C is cashew, second is coconut, O is oil palm, R is rubber, M is mango, and S is shea.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, so tonight the story is very simple. We want to come here and make sure that we pat you symbolically on the back, and this also becomes custom every single year so that we can gather like this as a family and celebrate the positive ends of what we do.
It's time to welcome the chief visionary behind this event, a man who has made the Tree Crops Development Authority more visible.
Tonight is historic, as we all know, that the Tree Crop Excellence Award is the maiden initiative of the Tree Crop Development Authority, created to recognize and celebrate individuals and institutions whose dedications and innovation and investment continue to shape Ghana's tree crop sector.
I wish you all a fantastic evening, and I look forward to an annual event such as this, that all of us will come back here again next year to celebrate excellence, to celebrate value addition, to celebrate an industry that all of us look forward to building the next Ghana that we all look forward to.
And this amazing voice and this energetic performer who is about to wow all of us here on this stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Kofi Kinata!
What